Colorado is very fortunate to have major federal labs like NREL. The sponsored research is done here through the Department of Energy or the private sector, brings significant economic impact to the state, but also what it really brings is a brand identity around Cleantech to Colorado that's critical.
NREL is one of the DOE labs. There are 17 DOE labs around the country. We're unique in a couple of ways. We are the only single mission lab, and we're an applied lab, so we have a lot of emphasis on what's going on in the marketplace and how we can impact that marketplace for Cleantech.
Without the federal lab system, I don't believe we'd have the ecosystem that we have here now, in particular because of NREL.
So when you think about entrepreneurs and the challenges they've had in this sector, lack of capital, lack of ability to access facilities for scale up, all of those sorts of things have played an important role in terms of the gaps that we've been trying to fill and support.
So the technology that we are commercializing is an electrochromic thin film for windows. And what that means is it's a thin film that can be applied to retrofit existing windows and turn them into highly energy efficient smart windows. So I am paying NREL to be my research and development wing. So they are doing research and really building this from being an idea to, at this point, a 3-inch by 3-inch thin film that it has the electrochemical properties and the electrochromic properties to change from being transparent to being reflective.
We support the ecosystem in a number of different ways. In some ways we support it directly through the resources of the lab. In others we support it in partnership with people outside of the lab.
Innosphere is a 501c3. We're a technology incubator. We're entering our 15th year of operations. What we've demonstrated over time is that we can significantly speed up the process of helping a company form and get product to market. One of the main ways we do that is providing extensive support for entrepreneurs to raise capital.
Well, the issue with Cleantech is that you need enormous amounts of capital if you're going to build out certain things that are either grid related or biofuels related. And as a result, we've seen a sort of a tipping point in terms of the participation and the enthusiasm for the sector.
Overall, the entrepreneurial makeup I don't think is that different than other industries, except maybe maturity level, because the science or the technology can be a little more challenging. It's fairly unusual to see entrepreneurs in their 20s, for example, bringing a clean tech company to market. It's just not real common that happens.
So my background is I really grew up in the software space, so CFO, COO, CEO of software companies, and then became an entrepreneur, and this is now my 5th company. There's certainly crossover involved here between this and building software, but there's also a learning curve in that you're dealing with material science. And when you're dealing with material science, the laws of chemistry and physics come into play, and you have to engineer around and through those. Where in software, you're building software from scratch and you don't have those types of constraints. It's also, software these days is much more capital efficient to do. So you can go out and build a software product sometimes with very little money and very little time. This technology takes more time and more money to do, but it's still pretty reasonable. I love this field. Yes, I absolutely see this as being successful, or I wouldn't be doing it.